Hey, what's going on, guys? You're watching Sneaker News on YouTube, and today we're taking a look at the Comme des Garçons Home Plus Air Force 1 Mid. Before we do that, just do us a quick favor. Please hit the subscribe button, and we'll get right into the video. So Comme des Garçons really does not need any sort of introduction. They're a legendary Japanese fashion label that basically laid the groundwork, laid the blueprint for how to do runway, how to present your collection, and basically how to leak a fashion label sneaker collaboration. I mean, they've kind of coined the whole runway first look. So in this video, we just wanted to show you a closer look at both Air Force 1 mids, reference some of the shoes that feature the same designs, reference some of their other projects to just show just how diverse their work with Nike and sneakers has been. Before we do that, we just want to go over the basic release details. These will release on October 23rd exclusively at Comme des Garçons and Dover's Free Market, as well as Dover's Free Market's online shops, and that's the retail price is $270. There will be a later release exclusively at Comme des Garçons retailers, so these will be pretty limited and will not be easy to get. So if you're looking at these shoes, you already notice and recognize the key detail is that they've added these like extended, almost frayed edges, almost as if like the shoe isn't incomplete. It's still like in a sample stage kind of look. For example, if you were to cut, closer to the seams of where the lace collar and the swoosh and the midfoot strap is, it would basically look like your classic Air Force 1 mid. So they've kind of really signified this look. We've seen some sneaker customizers kind of attack this and do a pretty decent job, but something about the simplicity of colors, they never rarely go beyond white, black, and gray. They've kind of owned that look. When you see a design by Comme des Garçons, you know immediately that it's from them. So we first caught a look at these shoes, on the runway last year in 2019, and finally it's dropping. So we have both the white and black pair, and as you can see, it's just your classic Air Force 1 mid with those key modifications. It kind of looks like an incomplete shoe. They did mess with the tongue a little bit. As you can see, it's like they have that exposed sponge, so it's like that cut through a scissor look. Again, speaking to that unfinished sample stage aesthetic. It comes in two colorways. The white is like a leather, and so is the black. So kind of a departure. The previous collaborations that they did dabbled in like suede materials. The Air Max 95 too had like this light sheen kind of material, like a mesh. We're always impressed by their choice of materials as well. The shoe that people really recognize is the Shox TL. Those were really crazy, and those were women's exclusives, and men were like hunting down for the big sizes. And the shoe that really started all for them in terms of this style is the Air Moab, which aged really, really well. That all-white pair just ate up dirt, but the dirtier it got, the more amazing it looked. But this is not obviously their first foray with Nike. They've done collaborations with Nike for quite a while. If anything, they might have done the first ever actual collaboration with Nike that never really made it into production. Pretty interesting fact. Stussy gets a lot of credit for being the first collab, but it's actually Comme des Garçons that was called on to do their own designs. And I know that's kind of an obscure fact, and that's not really well known, but it's if you read enough on the internet, and especially Instagram, there's a lot of great resources to learn more about shoes on Instagram. And this is something I learned recently as well, that Comme des Garçons might have done their first Nike collab, but they just never went into production. But we digress. But if you think about CDG and Nike and sneakers in general, you think of the dunk lows that they did, the clear dunk highs, which at the time nobody wanted to touch with a 10-foot pole, and now they resell for over $1,000 because of the dunk craze. They're responsible with the quote Converse with the hearts on them, so they have a huge reach because Comme des Garçons has a bunch of different sublines. The one responsible for this particular collaborations and the ones that are similar to this is the Home Plus line. If you're an Air Force 1 fan and you like the CDG look, then these are definitely like a must-have. And in terms of hype, CDG is never super high in terms of people like really coveting them, so we think you could probably cop these at retail. If not a little bit more. The only CDG shoes that really flip for a lot of money and will cause you to break the bank for is the Shox TLs, which are around $500. Those dunk highs that are clear that they're a dunk, so what can you do? And weirdly enough, the Air 180s that they did, all they did was do a black and pink colorway. They really didn't change anything to that shoe except for add a pink colorway, and it was like one of the most popular shoes of 2018. So sometimes it's as simple as the cosign that makes a shoe so hot, but for this, there's such a distinct look. If you're an Air Force 1 fan and you stick closely to white and black, these are definitely a must-have for you. So again, we just wanted to show you a quick look, and having these in hand, the quality is on point, and for $270 you kind of expect that anyway. So yeah, let us know in the comments if you think this is one of CDG's best works yet. If not, let us know as well. Of course, hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet, and we'll catch you in the next video.